Hello again. My name's Barry Morse. Once upon a time, Lieutenant Gerard of the Fugitive. Now, this is volume 2 of all these famous episodes of our famous series. And this is a two-parter, which is one of the very earliest shows to be shown, because I see that it was aired on the ABC network on October the 8th, 1963. And the thing that was unusual about this particular show is that normally almost all of our shows, no matter where they were supposed to be located, were in fact shot within a day's drive of our studios in Hollywood, the old Samuel Goldwyn studios. However, this one involved our going up on location to Santa Barbara, because it's set by the sea, mostly in a sailmaker's yard, I think. And so we went up to Santa Barbara in order to shoot parts of this two-parter, which is called Never Wave Goodbye. Now, the story is roughly this, that Kimball is no closer to the one-armed man after being many months on the run, and he's tired and nearly broken, but he finds himself working as a sailmaker's apprentice in peaceful Santa Barbara, California. He knows, Kimball does, that he must keep searching, but he's mutually attracted to the shop owner's niece, and they begin to be fond of each other. And as Kimball starts to believe that he just might be able to lose himself in this picturesque setting up there in Santa Barbara, he's confronted by Eric, who's also in love with the young lady. And so Kimball then reads in the local newspaper that a one-armed man has been captured in nearby Los Angeles. Meanwhile, as they say, back in Indiana, was it in Indiana, Stafford? Well, many of you will wonder. I'll tell you more about that in another episode. But meanwhile, back in the hometown, Lieutenant Gerard also sees this wire story and decides that he's going to head for Los Angeles. So Kimball and Gerard soon meet face to face in the Los Angeles County Jail. This is part 1 of Never Wave Goodbye, with our guest stars Robert Duvall, Susan Oliver, and Rachel Ames. Never Wave Goodbye, part 1.
The Fugitive. A QM production, starring David Janssen as The Fugitive, with guest stars Susan Oliver, Robert Duvall, Lee Phillips, Will Kaluva. Also starring Barry Morse as Lieutenant Gerard. Tonight's episode, Never Wave Goodbye, Part 1.
Feel her.
Yeah?
Yes, I see how she looks at this man.
How?
You should have heard the voice on the phone. With him, she feels something she cannot help, and you let her go out with him in the channel alone? Now, what can you expect? What do you think will happen?
What do you think will happen?
She will
what? What is this dirty filth from you? Mustn't make her wave goodbye again.
Part 1 of Never Wave Goodbye. Well, now, as I was telling you, this two-parter was one of the earliest of our episodes to be aired. This episode, I see, was aired on the ABC network on October the 15th, 1963. And, of course, by this time, the series had been on the air for a number of weeks and had shot to the top of the ratings, much to everybody's surprise, because I can remember when we met to shoot the pilot for this series, David and I, who'd never met before, were walking up and down on the street of Tucson, Arizona, I think it was, where we were shooting. And we exchanged pleasantries. And then David said, well, what do you think of the prospects of this pilot? And I said, well, I don't know. Everybody who's an expert in our trade, and that means everybody, of course, people who'd never dream of telling their dentist how to fill their teeth, have no compunction at all in telling us all the rights and wrongs of show business. And I said, well, everybody whom I speak to says that it couldn't possibly succeed because it has no real ending. And he said, that's what they tell me too. Well, of course, that was the very thing that kept it going. And so it shows you how often the so-called experts are wrong. But this now is part 2 of Never Wave Goodbye. And he goes on to tell how Lieutenant Gerard backtracks Kimball's jailhouse visit and finds a tiny clue, which is a piece of a match with the word sales on it, just on the side of the match. And with only that small piece of evidence, Lieutenant Gerard begins figuring out exactly where Richard Kimball must have been working. And knowing, of course, at first hand Gerard's considerable skills as a detective, Kimball realizes that he's no longer safe, and he tells his girlfriend that he's got to leave. She, of course, wants to accompany him, but he doesn't want her to lead the same existence that he does as a fugitive. So they compromise by devising a seemingly foolproof plan that'll fake their deaths and hopefully satisfy Lieutenant Gerard. Well, even though the plan is elaborate and perfectly executed, Eric, the guy who's in love with the girlfriend, is easily able to convince Gerard that Kimball and the woman could very well be still alive. Anyway, Gerard decides to find out, even though he'll have to risk his own life to do it. Here then, with our guests, Robert Duvall, Susan Oliver, and Bert Remsen, is part 2 of Never Wave Goodbye.
Doctor, I need you at the Coast Guard Pier.
Why?
For an identification.
On who?
The Coast Guard finally found some debris off San Miguel. The Paloma. She hit a rock. They found the body, too.
Pedro Rodriguez.
They think so.
What do you mean they think so?
Sharks.
Hurry, Ray. They'll have to know. Oh, Eric. Pedro's wife, what'll she do?
I don't know. Ja, hvis det lever av havet, vil de dø under det.
If you live off the sea, you'll die under it. Lars didn't believe that.
But it's true.
He wasn't afraid of the ocean, even for me. Remember the life raft he got me and called it my first boat?
The Big Apple. I thought he was crazy to give it to you. And when you'd sail it past the breakwater, once I took my shoes off, I was going to be the big hero.
And then Lars used to say you saw the no swimming sign. Sorry, Eric.
When I was a small boy and the Nazis were in Norway, and you did not do what the sign said, you know what maybe would happen?
I know, Eric.
You do not know.
All right, I don't know. Listen. I want to talk to you about Jeff.
He wishes still to stay?
He's going to stay, Eric.
No, he is not.
He is.
But who is he? Where does he come from? And when he is through with you, where will he go?
He's not going to be through with me.
I don't trust him.
Lars did.
Lars should never have taken him in.
He took you in when your own parents had to sneak you out of Oslo so the underground wouldn't catch you for turning in your own cousin.
I was a 12-year-old child. You understand? A 12-year-old child.
You're older now, but you're not my older brother.
No, I am not. But you treat me like a brother or like some lecturer's old man. I am not. You understand? I am not.
Let go of me.
I'm thinking only of your good.
Then leave Jeff alone. Lars told you to. Please, leave him alone.
Lars, what shall I do?
Is that sailmaker's over there closed on Sunday all day?
Ask him, he works there.
You'll have a match, please. You work in the sail loft across the street. Is there anyone else working there?
Oh, we got an apprentice, sir.
Is this him?
Yes, only he's got black hair. Why, what has he done?
He's a convicted murderer. Where does he live?
Come with me. Upstairs.
Jeff Cooper in this race?
Why, yes. Why?
Where can I get a motor launch to take me out there?
Is something wrong?
Where can I get a launch to take me out there?
Well, we have no power boats here. The nearest rental would be Watson's Landing.
That's 20 minutes away.
The race is almost over. Mr. Cooper will be back here before then. You might miss him.
She's right, Lieutenant.
All right, let's get on to where they finish. Thank you. Can't see a thing from shore. 4 hours wasted. Captain, you gotta get me out there to find him. We can't just wait here while he gets away.
Get away with him, Karen would never go with him. They're just lost in the fog. Now, we should go.
The answer's still no, Lieutenant. I want to give you every reasonable cooperation. But going out in this fog, even with all our equipment, we couldn't possibly find them.
Captain, the wind's coming up out there. By midnight, the channel westerly will swamp them. We've got to go out after them.
I'm sorry, Doctor. Lieutenant, not till morning. There's nothing we can do till morning.
They must have gotten separated somehow. This makes it worse.
Why did you go with him? Why did you go?
Because, Eric, I don't think you'd understand. He was a criminal. He was no good. Why did you go with him?
Roger, Santa Barbara. Abandoning the search pattern at 0905 How. We have firm evidence of a fatal shark attack. We're returning to Santa Barbara.
See, we picked up the dinghy here. We steamed downwind, found that second jacket right here. See, everything drifts downwind. The lighter it is, the faster. Like if we'd had a crashed plane instead of a dinghy belly up, the pilot had been halfway to Point Doom on his raft by now.
A raft?
But small boat sailors don't have rafts.
Did she carry a life raft in that dinghy? No, never before, but there was an old raft in the storeroom. Only yesterday it was gone, and the repair kit on the barrel. Maybe they took it. Lieutenant, maybe she is still alive. If we find her in a raft helping a convicted murderer escape, she'll spend the next 10 years wishing she weren't. What do you mean? Never mind.
Course 335 okay to Santa Barbara?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Lars, what have I done? How about steaming downwind for an hour or so?
And this? What for?
I think they may have had a raft, an inflatable raft.
What makes you think that?
All right, Eric. Tell the captain what you just told me. I'll tell him. Tell him what? About the raft, Eric. Tell him about the raft. What raft? Eric, tell him about the raft. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. I think there's a raft. Isn't that enough?
Lieutenant, maybe your zeal is commendable. If you want, I'll commend it to your superiors. Unfortunately for us, however, dinghy sailors don't carry inflatable life rafts in their dinghies. Especially the kind of dinghy sailors that think they can race with the fog coming in and the chop making up. And I'm not risking my ship thrashing around unnecessarily in this fog.
Suppose they had a raft.
No, just please don't.
All right, now, here is the second episode of Volume 9 of our Fugitive reconstructions, I suppose you could call them. This was aired, I see, in January of 1965, and therefore the series had been on the air for about 2 years by this time, and we'd had an opportunity to develop certain characteristics. All of you will remember our hero, David's downcast look and his occasional blink and his lovely husky voice. It all sounded as if he'd slept out of doors last night, didn't he? Anyway, we all of us, of course, as time went by, were able to add some character to our performances. And one of the things that I had a bit of fun with, that the sharp-eyed among you may have noticed was that every once in a while, if I had occasion to write or to handle things, sometimes I would write with my left hand, which I do naturally, but sometimes I would write with my right. And a number of alert citizens would occasionally write me letters saying that they'd noticed this. It shows you that the show was attracting a great deal of very highly observant attention. Now, this episode is called Brass Ring, and we have two wonderful guest artists in it, Robert Duvall, who'd already appeared in a previous episode in a totally different character, and Angie Dickinson, beautiful, beautiful young woman. They play Leslie and Norma Sessions, who are siblings who despise each other. Owners of a Santa Monica Pier gift shop, Leslie, that's Robert Duvall, is a self-hating cripple who knows that his sister only cares about the $100,000 insurance claim which he collected after his accident. Norma, can you believe it, Angie Dickinson, is a self-proclaimed old maid who asks Kimball to kill Leslie so that they can split up the money and run away together. And she's actually throwing herself to a worthless fisherman named Lars, who only wants her so that he can get his hands on the money. Well, soon Kimball finds himself blamed for yet another murder that he didn't commit. Our guest stars on this occasion were Robert Duvall and Angie Dickinson, and the episode is called Brass Ring.
Norma, I'm wanted on a murder charge.
What kind of a story is that?
It's a true story.
Sessions? Sessions, you all right?
Tell him you can't see him right now. You're too upset to see him.
You'll go away and I'll never see you again.
Sessions!
If the police take me, they'll execute me.
Look who's the loser either way.
All right.
The Fugitive. A QM production. Starring David Janssen as Dr. Richard Kimball, an innocent victim of blind justice, falsely convicted for the murder of his wife. Reprieved by fate when a train wreck freed him en route to the death house. Freed him to hide in lonely desperation, to change his identity, to toil at many jobs. Freed him to search for a one-armed man he saw leave the scene of the crime. Freed him to run before the relentless pursuit of the police lieutenant obsessed with his capture. The guest stars in tonight's story, Angie Dickinson, Robert Duvall, John Ericson. Tonight's episode, Brass Ring, brought to you by the southern coast of California, where the land ends and an amusement pier juts out into the sea. A place where strangers meet, where a new face is not suspect. The fingerprints are still Dr. Kimball's, but the name is now Ben Horton.
Can I help you?
Miss Sessions?
Yes. May I help you with something?
I'm looking for a job. Well, you see, there's a man on the pier. He said his name was Laws. Thought there might be a job here.
Oh, maybe there is. Put down your name and address, please. Or maybe if you moved it over here a little. The light's better.
Well, I can, name. I'm negotiating for an address. Now that I proved I can write my name, do I get the job?
Ben Horton.
A strong back, and I mind my own business.
I'm not even sure there is a job. It kind of depends. It depends on my brother.
When can I meet him?
Excuse me. I'll be right back. This one's nice. Try and not be too nasty to him. Please, Leslie.
Stop.
I'm just trying to help you look neat. He's good looking, too.
Get him.
If you'd like to meet my brother. Mr. Horton, Mr. Sessions.
How do you do?
You see, Leslie was in an automobile accident. The job is to care for him. He has to be carried from his chair to his bed and dresser and fed.
Go.
I was just telling him.
Get out.
I'm only trying to help, that's all.
A man doesn't like to hear himself called vegetable.
Leslie.
Get out!
If you'll excuse me.
Unreasonable. Mean.
A little.
She hates me. Question.
Go ahead.
Why?
Why do I want the job? The only one I can find.
Is it my sister?
I just met her a little while ago.
Ben Horton?
That's right.
Bum?
Well, I travel around a little, yes.
Anything else?
I'm sober and I'm honest.
I don't know that.
No, you don't. So we'll just forget about it.
You've got the job. But I'll be watching you.
You better leave the door open.
Well, he's asleep.
Already? Well, that is something. Hi. Any customers?
I sold an ashtray.
Morning, Leslie.
Hey, you know, it's such a nice day. It's a shame to be cooped up here. Why don't we go out in the sunshine?
No.
You need a little color.
No.
You haven't been out of this room since I got here. 3 days. All right, we won't go outside. Would you like some more ammunition?
Sleep.
You've had 10 hours. Such a thing as too much sleep.
Horton, chair.
What?
Chair.
Oh. I'll be back soon if you need me.
Thanks.
What for?
Selling the ashtray.
Glad to be of service. There you go. Boy, well, let's do the exercises, the ones we did yesterday. Come on.
No.
Come on. No. 1, 2. Now, I know it's painful and I know it's hard, but it's going to do you good. I told you about the hospital I worked in. I saw fellas with half your mobility to start with get back the use of themselves, little by little. First it was a toe, and then a finger, and then a hand, and pretty soon they could walk. And that was something to see. But they had to work for it. Couldn't start and stop, couldn't start and stop.
He shouldn't have started in the first place. The point in raising his hopes.
Well, I didn't think there was anything wrong with trying.
The doctor tried. Ben, he tried everything.
I know it. I didn't think someone should just give up.
Those exercises are painful. He's had so much pain. I pray every night he won't have to suffer anymore.
I know, but I know how you feel.
Horton. Exercise.
Leslie, you'll only make yourself worse.
Get her out!
Okay. There we go. 1, 2.
Praise.
3, 4. Now you control your breathing like I showed you. Come on. 1, 2.
Don't let her use you.
3, 4. 1, 2.
Horton.
I heard you. 3, 4. Grab a hold. 1, 2. What's the matter?
Horton,
What about?
you should see him with Leslie. It might sound crazy, but I wouldn't be surprised if he had him walking soon.
Yeah, that does sound crazy. Just forget about it.
I tell you, you should see
You're
him.
not getting soft on the guy or something. Now, that wouldn't fit.
Of course not. It's just... Well, he just doesn't seem the kind of drifter you'd expect.
You're the one who told me he ducked when he saw that cop, right?
I know,
So
but
make your pitch. There's no telling what a guy like that'd do for a couple of bucks.
he's not like that.
Well, what is he like?
I don't know. I don't know, but don't get angry. I'll talk to him, you'll see. I'll take care of it. And me after Norma Shearer. They made a movie, Romeo and Juliet, together. My mom was in it, too. She was an extra. That's how she met my father. He was an electrician on the set. Am I going on and on?
Oh, it's fine.
They opened the shop when things got bad in Hollywood. My dad always said that was the end of the line. Pier. You don't like to talk about yourself, do you?
Well, you're much more interesting.
Who, me? An old maid?
Yeah. I got the impression that Lars was going to change all that.
Lars and I? He's nice. But he doesn't make waves.
Well, he looks to me like he's in love with you.
Little boy stuff.
No, Ma, I can't make you any speeches
I'm not asking for any.
or promises.
You talk too much.
The Fugitive will continue following station identification.
Quiet all of a sudden.
It's kind of a relief.
You get used to that old merry-go-round music.
Not me, I couldn't.
You could if it meant a place of your own.
One of these days, Leslie's going to be able to take care of himself. It'll change. That's it.
Receipts?
How much?
100.
You count them, Horton.
Call me when you're finished.
I've been watching you and her lately, like I said I would. And after I told you how she hates me.
You don't know that, Leslie.
I do know that. I see it in her eyes, so don't try and tell me different. It's like a war, Horton, and I want to know whose side you're on.
$125.
Horton? Horton!
Horton, you're talking about helping me? Horton? Ben? I set up. I set up, Ben. By myself. Without any help. You. It was you.
Oh, you just got mad, Leslie. You just got mad.
Where's your father?
Made a couple of dollars yesterday, and he's out boozing it up.
My brother went to the bank. Ben took him.
What are you talking about? He hasn't been outside since the accident.
He sat up today by himself.
You're kidding.
It was Ben. I told you the exercise and all. Lars, it's almost spooky.
He got to you, didn't he?
No.
Norma, how many chances do you think we're going to get? You want to spend the rest of your life on this stinking pier, playing nursemaid to Leslie? You think I want to stay here with my dad, stinking up the place with his dirty booze? I got to get out of here, and so do you.
I know.
Okay. Now, let's look at the facts. Why do you think he went to the bank?
To deposit the receipt?
No. Leslie would have made you do that, same as usual. We got to find out. That money is ours, Norma.
Awarded for injuries. I always thought that was some kind of bad joke. Award. I couldn't even hold it, but now look. Take as much as you need, Horton.
Well, this money ought to go back in the bank vault.
It's been there too long, like me. Here, now take as much as you want.
Look, Leslie, you can pay me by learning to walk, all right?
Well, if you won't take it, will you help me spend it?
I'm going to be moving on soon. I told you I like to travel.
Then let me travel with you. We'll leave any time you say, even tomorrow. My sweet little sister can have this shop. And we'll go someplace lazy, maybe, like an island with girls and gin and coconut shells.
Gin and a coconut shell. I'll think about that. You get some rest. We'll talk about it later. It's getting late. I guess we better get back.
What time is it?
About 11.
Let's not.
What?
Go back. Let's just stay right here or go someplace where everything's happy all the time.
Norma.
What have we got? You and me, I mean.
Something good right now.
Right now. Nothing more.
I told you.
But things can change. Not by themselves, maybe, but if you sort of give them a little help.
Horton? Lars is supposed to meet me here at 11 o'clock. You seen him?
No, I haven't. I'm sorry.
Never mind.
Hello, I'm back.
Get the police. Get... Lord! Lord! Norma! He killed your brother. He did it.
No, I didn't. He was here.
Were you trying to say that Lars...
Trying to say I didn't kill him. Well, go on, ask him. He was here.
Why don't you ask me yourself? I haven't been here all night. Isn't that right, Norma? Well, go on, tell him. Tell him.
Lars and I have been together all evening.
I'm going to get the police.
Yeah?
We've got him.
You got the wrong fish, Lieutenant.
He's got to be around here somewhere. Wagner, Nicholson, round up all the men you can and bring them down to this end of the pier. We'll ring the whole area. Save up a lot of loneliness, and you're apt to spend it somewhere. This time on a lonely pier, livened only with the sound of an ancient calliope. And the brass ring caught by a fugitive can only give him another brief ride to nowhere.
The Fugitive has been brought to you by